Oh Lord. Oh Lord. She rather sit outside and have an adult conversation. Can you hear her? She's still trying to argue her points when I was trying to talk about something else. Man, my sister goddamn trip, man. I love her though. But I'm trying to talk about something else. She wants to argue, oh, I don't want to deal with relationships like past. Lady, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how are you going to set limitations on somebody that prevent them from doing another activity with you that you request to do with them. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not into the whole deep relationships. She immediately brings in her extra baggage and it starts swinging and throwing chaos instead of talking on an orderly conversation and keeping things within a sensible structure, you know. And that's that shit I'm talking about, man. That's that shit I'm talking about. You know, how in the hell is we gonna be able to function and work together if, okay, this activity requires to do certain things, and you say, before we can get into that activity, you start restricting what I can do in that activity to the point I can't do the activity. That's what I'm saying, man. Some women just got to have it their way. They boss. They in charge. What they say is right, and there's no telling them they're wrong. How in the fuck? How in the fuck? You have a relationship where you got a nigga just obeying you. It lasts a long period of time. He ain't getting no kid. He ain't getting no marriage. He did all that obeying you for all of them years, them decades. How are you any good at a relationship? I want a relationship. You led him, and as long as he obeyed you, you were with him for 10, 15, 20 years. You did not have a relationship according to the way the Bible says, to where he is the head of you. You got all of those years because he was hanging off your ass. As long as he did what you said when you said how you said it, you never had to listen to him. That was a 10, 20, 30-year dysfunctional relationship. You've been spoiled for decades of being the head of your man, and you want to brag like you had a really good relationship. If you had a really good relationship, y'all would have got married, you would have had kids. So all of those years you were in a dysfunctional relationship don't give you the long-term status, the best relationship. If the nigga was simping for you all them fucking years. The nigga was simping for you all those years. He was not leading you as a godly man. So your whole 30-year whatever is trash. 30 years of Jezebel don't get you the right to say you was right, like righteous like Mary. Point blank. I ain't got to argue with you. Okay? Tammy got married. She really made the full leap into a relationship. You didn't. Point blank. You can't say you got her beat because you were in a dysfunctional relationship longer. Tammy made a full leap of faith into a lifetime commitment. Point blank. Don't matter how long or whatever. I made a full leap into a relationship. Okay? The shortness of my relationships, you want to say discredit me? Well, that's because when I tried what your nigga tried, they stayed. But when I tried what the Bible said, they left. So if that means my shit won't shit, because it was dysfunctional, me being a submissive man, then your longer relationship with a submissive man don't count. If all of my little short submissive roles don't count as being good in relationships, you having a nigga for 10 or 20 years as a submissive man, just dismissed him. So by what you say, discredit me, discredit your shit too. You shall be measured by the same measure you use. If my relationships end the moment I go to walk in and with Christ as my head instead of the pussy as my head, I'm single. Then that means, hey, your relationship don't count because you were the head of your man. You kept him for years as long as you got to be the head of him. These women stay with me for 4 years, 5 years, 8 years, as long as they could be having their way. As long as I cater to them and let them feel like they're always right and they're always good. But the moment I start to lay down that discipline and start to walk in Christ or try to be a godly man leading a healthy relationship, I'm single. That's what I'm saying, man. If me doing what your nigga do can get me some time in a relationship, the moment I do what Jesus is supposed to do, if he had got married, I'm single. Then that means your whole relationship that you trying to use like you got some longevity is bullshit. It's using the same measure you measure me by to measure your shit. You want me to go ahead and get up here, but you step out the door before I can get the whole camera set up. Pull that lady up here. You ready to fight. You ready to fight. You're not ready to come to understanding and cooperation to build community. When they're talking like that, that simply means she's going to support any woman with that type of mentality that a man has to follow the woman in the relationship. How can a man follow and cater to a woman in a relationship and lead her at the same time? It's kind of opposite of leading her. You know, letting her have her way emotionally, you know, let her be in all in her emotional chaos is not how a man can hold her down and keep her stable. You know, the women that think they supposed to get a nigga to just kiss their ass, you know, so they can be committed to him for life. Y'all are trying to have bad relationships. If a man can't tell you when you're wrong without getting dumped, his balls lit on fire, yeah, I'm going to throw that one up in her face. Because when you try to say something to correct her, yo, she really let him know, nigga, fuck that shit. Threw fire in his lap. And that was early in the relationship, which was one way to intimidate the man and let him know, hey, you better protect your nuts. Fuck protecting her. He didn't protect his nuts, so she got a long-term relationship. Mommy started thinking he can't be in this shit no more. He ain't gonna put his foot down. She let him go around. Let him run. You know, point blank. They use all that good in relationships. After that dude, the second guy should have been the married guy. Should have been the husband, the baby daddy. There should have been a body count. That just started blowing out of proportion until you couldn't find no more fools to play with. There's a way to deal with these situations in a rational manner, in a mature adult manner. But if kids think you're just supposed to like give them their way every time they throw a tantrum, you can't have shit going up. Like real talk. Like, I'm trying to have some conversation about one aspect of friends coming together to build a foundation. You want to argue like you don't have the best relationship. No, you had the longest dysfunctional shit ever. 10 years. Those 10 years, that last little 10-year thing you talking about, that's supposed to be now your top number, was just like the 20 prior or the 15 prior to that. You kept them men long as they obeyed you. You kept those men all those years as long as they put up with you in your dysfunction. As long as they allow you to do whatever you want and they just clean up your messes. That's how you got past 10 years. Okay, I can't make it past 8 on no shit like that. Okay? I can't make it past 5 on some shit like that. Okay? I can try and tolerate the catering to her, but when the shit just looks problematic and I have to take my leadership role, that's when I lead a solo life, a single life. Yo, I'm not going to start no news type shit when I can tell somebody's trying to lay it down like that in the foundation. It's that simple. If I didn't experienced it with 3 different women, damn near 4, could say damn near 5. We start going to count to all my relationships, even the little seasonal shit and that 1 year shit. Okay? And we really want to hold weight on that open relationship. Like, shit. This is 5 different situations where I really tried to focus on one female. And discovered the only reason why they were fucking with me because they wanted me to cater to them. I'm going to be a man of God and lead a woman. If I go for Jezebel and I obey Jezebel and I pacify Jezebel, I can't be in a, come on. If y'all know the Bible, y'all know everything that Jezebel fucked never lasted long or was never healthy. Come on. You gotta make in your mind, yo, is you trying to walk in righteousness or you trying to walk in having your own fucking way? This is the reason why I say women can't preach. Shit she doing is just the simplest way to break down why women can't preach. She do all of this loud, reckless tone, just all off topic. How we gonna work this out? How we gonna build community when we gotta do what you want, when you want, how you want, and fuck everything else? Whether it's healthy for the people or not, as long as it make you happy. You can't get a man to be up in the pulpit only preaching to half the congregation. And then how can he really administer with, you know, to the opposite sex if he got this insecure, jealous warden limiting his ability to, come on. If she's right there beside him insecurely, she's not going to really be able to help him do his ministry properly because her insecurity is going to prevent her from performing well. Point blank, period. Especially if you got a female to come into his office with the exact same problems she got, and she ain't really going to be willing to face those shits in herself. And in real talk, how she going to help cancel that woman with that problem? And then when he turn around and say, you know, she had the same situation, dude, you going to apply your own advice? Right back to that. You know, shit just being chaotic and stupid. Like real talk. Can't believe you actually wanted to sit outside. I was trying to listen, but you were just barking.
Talking is not listening. You're talking over me.
When? Well, I thought you said you can listen and talk at the same time.
No, you cannot. You can't. I said I can't.
You're Bantu.
You don't know nothing.
It's not good for one of us. It's not good for none of us.
You can't do it. You have not done it. No one.
Then you can't do it.
No one.
If I can't do it,
You can't do what I can do. You can't. Might not can do.
you're Bantu. It's not good for one of us. It's not good for me. That means it's not good for you.
You can't do it. That don't.
And if you're telling me I can't do it, and you're telling me you better not do it again.
No, that's not what
You're Bantu. It's not good for one of us. If it's not good for one of us, it's not good for none of us.
Use the words out of content. You're an educated man and don't know how to use the word.
Look up the word. That is one of the definitions of it. That is one of the definitions of it. That's one of the definitions.
No, it's not. A bunch of not that definition.
Look it up.
It does not mean everybody in the world do the same things or nobody.
Look it up.
A bunch of
Look it up. Look it up. It's not just my operating system. I do mean that. Too argumentative, huh? You okay? Real talk. Look it up. I'm not using out of context. You gonna tell me you can do it, but I can't do it. So I'm gonna bust you in the head with Ubuntu if it's not good for me to try it. Since you say I can't do it, I shouldn't try it. I mean, it's not good for me. That means you shouldn't be doing it no more. Don't tell me you can do it, and it's okay, and it's all right for you to do it like that. But the moment I try, oh, you wrong. Ubuntu, I'm banging you in the head with it like that. Bah. Don't tell me it's wrong for me to do it, but it's okay for you to do it. You can do it all day, every day. But if I do it all of a sudden, you're doing that wrong. You're wrong. Ubuntu, yeah. The moment you said you were okay to do it, that made it okay for me to do it. Don't tell me the moment I stop mocking you that what you're doing is wrong. Don't try to tell me that it's only okay when you do it. So, if the method is bad for me to use, then it's bad for you to use. It's the end of the day. It's the end of the day. Real talk, that's the end of the day. So you about ready to go clock in and work early. Can't hear him still barking, see? Just want to fight to be right. Because you want to feel right about something. Hey, you want to tell me I sound stupid? I think I posted something recently about a tiger, a donkey, and a lion. The donkey said the grass was blue. The tiger like, no, it's not, it's green. Let's go to the lion in that. The lion made it clear to the tiger he getting punished because he's arguing with a fool.
Okay, we're gonna do this again. You ain't never lied, my nigga. I was waiting. I'm not the rest of them. Not the rest.
Fighting us to prove you're right.
No, not fighting to prove I'm right. You are Ubuntu. Now listen to Ubuntu the way he's using it. God made us all the same, so what you can't do, he can't do. You don't supposed to do no more because he can't do it. That's what God said we all say. Then that's Ubuntu. That's the way he using Ubuntu. Now if y'all just intelligent motherfucker, he's an educated fool. Yeah, man, I'm gonna put my face all in this motherfucker. I'm not Jimmy. I smoke and whatever. Ain't goddamn get up here with you. You got me fucked up. I don't give a fuck.
You don't want to embarrass yourself.
No, I ain't embarrassing myself. You don't know. And go ahead, let's use a reverse shit that the devil do. I'm gonna show you how the devil works.
You are trying to fight.
Angel, I'll do it.
Too busy trying to fight, Nikki.
I ain't fighting you. You're not acting.
Then why are you using this bad tone?
Sean, why are you sitting there trying to tell somebody?
Why are you doing stuff listen? I can't do when I go to speak?
Listen. He'll listen on y'all, but when he's not on this thing, he's not listening. I can record you when you're not. And I'll be right with you, bro. Acting the same way I'm acting right now. You can't do that. I'm not Bonita. I'm not Jimmy.
See? You're trying to make a point.
There. No, I'm not making a point.
You are trying to make a point.
You cannot talk.
You're not Bonita.
He'll ask you the question, and then you answer. He don't like it. He answers it himself, and then disregard your answer. That's not no Ubuntu, you junk fuck. That's not listening. That's not a conversation. They got to do it your way or no other way.
That's that narcissistic bullshit.
Oh, and then here we go. Preacher.
Now, if I mock her, it's wrong.
When your husband dies, you don't remarry. And you might not remarry because some people, it's sometimes. You put 10 years in, it takes you 20 years to get over. Some people don't remarry. Sometimes.
Incoherently.
Sometimes. So therefore, you're not going to let your husband thing go down, so you got sons and everything. You're going to let them teach them and all that them follow away. And they was with your father too. So they want to follow in the footsteps. How the hell? Don't tell a woman can't preach because woman won. Who's next? Who the heck go? God. The man, the woman. The man's not dead, the woman comes. It even says that in every single fucking religion and Bible. Get the hell out of my face if I'll preach. And the lady said we can't preach. Baby, who better to preach that don't bleed for 7 days and don't die? The one that bleed for 7 days and don't die, that man gonna bleed and die. So I wouldn't want to argue. That preacher gonna be dead soon. What the hell? We need our emotions.
All you're doing is emotionally ranting right now.
Reproduction.
That's all you're doing,
That's
man.
all you do.
You're not doing anything productive. You're just barking
You're
off.
never doing nothing productive either. You jump from conversation to conversation. You ask me about how I'm going to preach tonight. You supposed to be at night. You supposed to be at the club. The fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Legacy. His daddy legacy consists of listening, hoping. Not something that you go get your girl.
Not screaming and hollering at people and being judgmental.
You used to be a prostitute. And you gonna sit there and put her down on her prostitution. Judge not how you be judged. You're judging, man.
Oh, she do understand what that means.
He's judging. But he gonna sit there and say he's preaching.
I don't preach.
That's not you do.
I don't preach. I'm accused of preaching when I'm not preaching.
He's lying.
Y'all quick to say I'm preaching when I'm not. I could be asking questions and y'all take it a different way.
No, ain't nobody taking it a different way. What you said is what you get. Because he's acting out on top of. Your actions rely on your words do. So he's doing the action.
I'm so glad I'm used to you throwing a lot of emotion around. I can keep mine in check.
But gonna tell me, look it up.
You gonna do a whole lot of shit trying to get a nigga all emotional and off point.
He don't know what he use these big ass words. Don't know.
It's not a big ass word.
He be finding words and using. I don't give a damn big
It's not a big ass word.
He don't need no little word.
Ubuntu's not a big ass word.
The word definition of pass up out us over here. You no longer do it. You're still doing it, so therefore it's not in the past. It's a pattern. Learn the difference. A pattern repeats itself. It changes, be different pattern. Be a little while something.
Shit.
Be perfect.
What the fuck wrong with your computer?
Pattern. But yet he is in the past.
What the fuck wrong with your computer, man?
Past over here no longer does it. That was in my past. I no longer.
What is wrong with your computer?
They were using past like it, and you know, and my computer been messing. So how the hell?
No, this is the first time it blacked out like this.
Well, it's dead then.
No, it's plugged in. I see the mouse, but it's not doing nothing else.
Then you gonna get on Facebook and try to call the people out like, okay, nigga.
I ain't trying to call nobody out.
Facts and data.
You are quick to say what I'm doing before you even see what I'm doing.
I have watched your video. Oh, she doing her morning wake up. I don't give a damn.
You ain't watched all of.
Hey, Ron.
I'll tell you that much. You ain't watch all of.
Listen, he talk for hours. Then when you want to talk for just 10 minutes, all of a sudden, oh, it's an attitude.
That's all that campaigning again.
Listening for 3 hours.
Gaslighting like a motherfucker.
3 hours, your mind to comprehend what he's saying. So now we go to respond. Oh no.
Gaslighting the audience.
He getting something else. He gaslighting the audience not seeing the whole video.
Man.
Like everybody said, I would go around on his Facebook with him and we'll interview the people that you've been posting up here and see if they got a whole conversation. No, they don't.
You trying to keep a conflict rolling.
When you had it rolling with your mama up there, and I rolled mine on my Facebook with his. Girl.
Yeah. You trying to keep a whole lot of emotional bullshit going. You're not trying to resolve anything. Really not.
His mama haven't seen us in a week, month. And the first thing you do is, hey baby, first thing you do is,
you trying to keep a beef rolling.
No, ain't no beef, Sean.
Nicole, first off, I'm trying to talk on one subject.
Not, Sean. That girl had
and
I said,
that's what I'm trying to get at. I'm trying to talk about one thing. You're trying to like say I'm inviting you to crucify my ass. I'm not even really trying to be judgmental on one person. I'm trying to talk about a principle of a matter. You're talking about people's flaws. I'm trying to talk about the principle of doing something, an activity.
Would never say you deserve to be raped.
I'm not even talking about Nick's legacy.
Nick would not threaten to burn a woman that's old enough to be his mama.
Nicole.
Sean,
Nicole.
This is not the past.
Nicole.
This is the present. Did you post that?
Nicole.
Did you post the lighter to the old lady?
Nicole, can I say something?
Did you do that?
Can I speak?
Did you know you ain't gonna speak? Because when you speak, you gonna say Nicole, but you're not gonna answer the question. Did you post that? Did you post when you had a lighter to her face? Did you post when you beat her? Did you post that? Did you really post the whole shit? I'm telling the whole shit. I'm not them. I'm just sitting correcting
If
your
you've
ass.
seen my videos, I already addressed what you're talking about.
You did not address it. Because you did not
Yes,
post
I did.
You did not post that.
Yes, I
You did
did.
not post that.
Been covered what you was talking
I got
about.
people calling my goddamn phone
Nicole,
like
I've been covered what you're talking about.
You did not. You talked about it, but you didn't post it when you were doing it.
Nicole.
You posted the aftermath of what they responded to. Their behavior, not yours. Now, I know the definition of all the words I use. I know the definition of you, Tammy, and Jim, no. But all y'all straight ain't suit. But don't know a goddamn thing. Educated fools, I'm emotional right now. Yes, we are emotional creatures. God made us out of love, not goddamn for hate. So when you want to be unemotional, you want to be hateful. Because in order for you to deal with your fellow people, you got to have compassion.
You done? May I speak now?
This is not without love. So when you want to preach,
May I speak now?
and y'all get on these sites, I will challenge anyone. They got them saying they buku bullshit about emotion.
Next legacy requires listening.
Yes.
Is she showing she's the listening part?
They doormat.
She didn't ask me a bunch of questions. Is she allowing me to respond?
Yeah, I don't want you to respond because you don't respond already. I'm doing what you do. Ubuntu. You said Ubuntu. I should do the same as him. Now.
See, now you proving why when I was doing it was wrong. If you saw that's how I was doing it, you see why it was wrong.
See how you see how it's wrong?
Yeah.
Sometimes you must do to them so they can see it. Which I think is stupid because I'm knowing myself to see how stupid you are. That's why I don't really like doing it. It's ignorant. I did it with my cousins. I did it with everybody. Show them how ignorant they was. They got mad at me because you the one walking around doing that ignorant shit. My siblings do the same thing. Show you how ignorant you look doing the shit. But then you gonna tell me something wrong with me. I didn't do what you did, but I did better than why you kept coming fuck back. Because I don't want to be bothered no more. That's my business. Because I got tired of all the needy shit you needed.
Okay, Ubuntu is not just my operating system.
But when you said the economy and want my advice, you don't
Ubuntu in the traditional thought of Southern Africa.
Ubuntu is?
The term Ubuntu is a Zulu, some word referring to the moral attribute of a person.
Sean, you can look it up. It doesn't
who is known in the Bantu languages as Mano.
And that definition alone said you used it out of context.
I ain't even finished reading it.
Thank you. No, that first statement. First statement of the definition of a word is already telling you use it out of context. The rest is samples. Might give you another form. But the first definition, what that word is. Dumbass! And you go straight A student.
I just put it on the screen so y'all can see.
And you know who taught me this? This is all the straight A students supposed to be telling Tammy. Maybe study the dictionary. I might not, I'll recognize it.
Y'all see.
I know what it means. Because I have I'm in a slight dyslexia. Yeah, in a different way. In a different form. I don't know. But I learned differently. But I know when somebody uses something out of context. One girl.
We can see right here. It's giving breaking it down.
You can break it down and say.
I mean, I would speak, but I'm not allowed to speak right now.
Oh, then you try to use that one. We both.
You Nicole. You are. You are doing dumb shit though.
You doing dumb shit.
Like I said.
Sean, you can try to sell it to. Okay.
It's not just my operating
my emotions
system.
make me like a dumb shit. Okay, let me sit here like Sean. Sean, Ubuntu is used wrong and you use it out of content. So
Nicole, I'm not using that out of context.
Sean, you use it out of content.
Nicole, I can't even.
Not Sean. Nashawn.
Yo.
Nashawn, you used it wrong. Yeah. Thank you.
You're being overly argumentative.
No,
you're not helping nobody.
I'm not.
You're just trying to abuse somebody.
I'm not abusing you, Sean.
Like, I was trying to have a conversation. Now you're trying to crucify, put a nigga on blast.
I'm not putting you on blast.
See,
stop trying.
Under the Ubuntu philosophy.
You're Ubuntu. He's doing videos without.
Instead of constantly doing this shit, you should be reminding people what they're good at.
Yes, and Sean, you didn't remind him.
I've posted this on my Facebook before.
God. Reminding him?
I actually got the picture.
That went through trauma, didn't tell his parents, and he's gonna punish the family. Tell that Ubuntu. Could have been recommended, but you put on the family, you put on your baby sister to protect you and help you out. Not your father, your mother. So please don't Ubuntu that. Because I'm that baby sister he thought
See, a lot of
Superman.
emotional baggage.
Now, you emotional bastard. He snapped in this room and I'm going to put all his goddamn stuff telling him.
Nicole, I ain't
I got
snapping now.
witnesses, do you?
I'm not snapping now.
I'm tired of just...
I'm not snapping. I'm really trying to sit down calmly and work through
So
this.
God must have let me hear.
But you keep saying shit that doesn't gas you up to be hostile. How are we going to get to a peaceful
But if Sean's not gonna
resolution?
listen, I got to get him back to God. Because Sean's not listening. Sean's hurting so much that he called himself trying to turn off emotion. You go and mention that. This is how my brother's emotions is. He good with you for a week. Maybe. You might make it to a week. Then it's flip-flop. He angry. He mad. You ain't support him. You ain't do this. You ain't do that. You ain't do that. This bitch went in the goddamn. Went in for his sign, right? Gonna be the homie beaters. I can't buy him a TV. Blankets, pillows, food, weed, whatever. And make sure my brother ain't even saved out there with him. Support my ass. That's more than support.
Bribery.
No, it's not bribery because he called me.
Guilt
And
gifts.
out there. Ain't no guilt.
You want to run that one?
Guilt.
I keep
So,
gassing
Go
you.
ahead. But that's what a person that's been molested and raped would say. They lose part of
Well,
their mind.
you should
When
know
somebody rapes you,
how your
they take
victim's gonna
part of your
respond.
side, but you still show them that they did. When they get their mind right, they realize what they did. They realize what they went through. So please don't tell me. I'm there for Sean.
If I was molested,
Sean
that's
told
the
a person
molester.
that they were raped, they deserve it. They were raping him too. You don't say that. You support. You help him try to get.
Yeah.
Because he got some nice.
That's the woman that told me that shit was cool. Now she's saying it's not.
Sean, nobody never said that. And Sean gonna sit there in this.
She said that in private, but she need an audience to go against
Sean, you a
herself.
damn lie. Because I never did what you did to Bonita. So shut the shit up. You the only one did it.
The fire
I
thing,
follow it and
the
never did
fire.
that. Then
Lighting
he
a
said,
partner on
you
fire.
got multiple partners.
She won't the first one to
Sean
put a
said
partner
you
on
did it
fire.
already for the multiple
And then I
partners.
go with
You got
I get with the senior citizen decades later, try your fire method. Now the fire method's not acceptable.
You're not accepting you, but your actions are.
You like the older man on fire. And you're okay. I like the older woman on fire. No, I threatened. I didn't light her on fire. I didn't literally put her on fire. I threatened to. And I'm wrong to threaten. And she literally put a nigga on
I
fire.
told him he was gonna be on fire, and I put his ass on fire. What the fuck?
Okay.
And he was not no
Okay.
elderly man. This is
He was still older than
old
you.
as his mother.
He was still older than you. That's the only similarity that matters.
That's the point. Yeah, he's 6 years older than he dated me. And at the same time, he knew me.
And you supposed to be the one molding my mind. So you're molding my mind. It's okay if you're dating someone older than you to throw them on fire. But you didn't at that time clarify there was an age
You
limit.
the damn lie. We always clarify. And Deanna, I bet Deanna won't get on your post and say, Sean, I know you
Anna
lying.
wasn't allowed. You lit your nigga on
The
fire.
nigga give loop, but nigga don't get no loopholes in her shit. She tells you exactly what she means. So you tell her goddamn lie. Bitch, get it right. When you use my name, you make sure you use accuracy, but you don't.
I ain't want to talk about this molesting thing. And you like bragging about your victims.
What victims?
You already named them and threw them in the conversation.
I did not.
And you the one that brought them in. You the one that threw them in there.
Sean,
I wasn't even trying to fuck with molestation, but you brought up molestation and started bragging about your victims
I ain't bragging about no victims.
and how they react due to the damage you did to them.
What damage?
You the one that you talking all fast. You don't realize you just did.
Sean, I didn't say
You
no
just
victims.
did.
I didn't say no victims.
You actually called them out
I
by
called
name.
your victims out.
You called your
I
victims
don't
out
have no
too.
victims I raped, Sean.
Nicole, you
Sean, I
do.
never raped no one, including your dumb ass. You got rape going on with our granddad. And it was him or somebody who raped you. You did not tell it. You came back and you babied up under me. I stayed up. Stop.
And you did the molesting
No, I didn't.
and said it was the old man.
Yeah, okay.
So we do a crime to put it on a
Saying
senior
you
citizen.
molesting, saying them, y'all better go to court because they molested you too. Let's go. Pop. I got evidence, Sean. You're a liar. I'm not gonna sit here argue with you every day.
I'm not arguing.
You are arguing, Sean.
I'm not.
Sean.
I'm not. I say something and you try to discredit what I'm saying and
No, I'm
discredit
not.
me.
No, I do not.
Anything
You
I go
do
to
that.
say, I'm trying to talk
Sean.
about one thing. I'm
Sean,
talking
I
about
said,
ministering.
not
You're talking about
I
molesting.
said, talk to that girl about that.
I'm
That's
talking
what
about
asked
ministering.
You're gonna ask me.
I was on the
Sean.
subject of
I
ministering.
didn't answer nothing. You was going to ministry.
I was talking about doing ministry work.
Relationship.
You started talking about who you molested. And then calling the other, we can go calling the other person out, I molested and sexually assaulted. You know? You don't want to brought in the peroxide burn victim. You don't want to have to say the name. You trying to air out all my bad shit. And you bragging about your own dirt in the process. You're calling in names to come into this argument. People will say she has molested me. She has sexually assaulted me. She has hurt me. She has mentally traumatized me. You weren't dropping the name of other people that have been through your abusive raising. I didn't come to you. You try to be my mama number two. You know? You try to get up out of your place and position as a child and try to replace your mother as if she was inadequate enough to be there. Now you're going to tell me I should have went to my mom instead of going to you. It's throwing the story around so wildly and shit and everything. Just hollering and just trying to assault a nigga with all. This is why I cut my emotions off. And you run out the door when I don't bark back and I do the same reflection of emotional dumbness. This is why I have the off switch. I say I wasn't molested. You keep telling me I'm molested. You keep telling me who molested me. You know, tell me you were plucking my plaits when I was in diapers. I remember how many times you told me you'd have molested me by plucking my patch when I was in a diaper. Now, I won't even consider that molestation. But you want to keep telling me I was molested. It must have been my little wee-wee was in the diaper getting plucked by a 6-year-old. 7-year-old. Who is overly obsessed with sex. Like, real talk. Maybe she is telling somebody did get hurt, but instead of telling on what happened to them, they're going to punish the family with all this other chaos and dysfunction. So, Nicole, who molested you? Because I done learned a long time ago, you project your bullshit onto me. Are you mad at me because I was a child that didn't get molested? So you don't try to convince me that I am molested? Try to make me as dysfunctional and crazy as you are? If I ever been hurt by anyone, when Sadie was alive, I talked to Sadie. When Hoss was alive, I talked to Hoss. Why is the people I would talk to about motherfuckers fucking with me, all of a sudden the ones that violated me? That's kind of crazy shit right there. Before the age of 13, if you needed somebody to tell you what I'd been through, Hoss was the guy you could go to before he passed away that could actually, with my permission, you know, tell you everything. I told him in confidence about who was picking me and who was troubling me. You know, and she's steadily trying to discredit that man beyond the grave, dishonoring the dead. She wasn't that adamant about me being molested by that man while that man was alive to defend himself, but since he has expired, she's going online worldwide to discredit one of the role models I want to be. Now, my parents thought that man was good enough to allow me and Tammy to be with him unsupervised. Even Nikki, Don, and Junie. But Nikki's the only one that's saying that man was not trustworthy enough to be having kids around. basically saying that Nick and Barbara had poor judgment if they thought he was a good character to leave their children with. So in that one accusation against that man, she's really trying to indict both her parents of being bad parents. Like, real talk. And her campaign to say she's superior to her mother. She's trying to discredit her mother. And said that woman who did a shitty job, she ain't raised not a kid. Just by the way she's running. Shame in the family. Even more and more. And they say I'm the disgrace. I don't want to be disgraceful. But y'all see the footage. I ain't gotta lie about it. Like, real talk, I'm trying to talk about ministry. She go into the whole molestation conversation. I'm talking about the starting off a new relationship. She's bringing all of this toxicity from her past relationships. How's she gonna help? How's she gonna hold a seat on my women's council if that's the way she counsels me when I ask her about starting new relationships? Is it me or did her, that emotion of jealousy? Oh, he's going to try and have another relationship with another female? This is my sister. I can't talk to her about other women because this is the way she got to go. Nigga, no, you ain't got a relationship with her. I want you better not try and have another relationship with another female. You better not kiss or cater to another female and you won't kiss mine. Y'all not to see all of that? Or am I gaslighting y'all now? Am I misleading you? Can you not perceive that from her actions? On this video here. Is it me? You know, I'm trying to do right for the last year. So I can respond to her statement about past shit. Okay, I've been up here for about a year straight. The last few months with me with Bonita. Me and Bonita are up here fussing and arguing. Having our debates. Shit. Y'all have gotten to see the good, the bad, and the ugly in me. Since I've been at this hotel. Airing my life out on Facebook. Y'all be getting it. Y'all be seeing it. You go through my videos as far back as like Facebook keep them on the server. And you can see that's my recent past. She won't come up with shit from way back in the childhood beyond the Facebook record. Now she's indicting me on a recent pattern of behavior. She's looking at an old pattern of behavior, which I no longer display, if I ever did display. Because what she say I do, and what y'all see me up here on, you put in the comments what you think. For real. I ain't got to keep arguing with a fool. Like that post about the lion, the tiger, and the donkey. Donkey said the grass is blue. Tiger says green. Donkey said, let's go ask the king, the lion. The donkey run up on the lion quick. Ain't the grass blue? The lion said, yeah, the grass is blue. The donkey said, I told you. Happily runs off. Tiger runs up. Huh? Yeah, you see the grass is green. And the lion tells him straight up, yeah, I know it's green, but what's the point of arguing with a fool? They're not concerned about the facts. They just want to be right. Don't argue with the fool. No matter how much evidence you present to them, it ain't gonna convince them. They just want to be right. Come on now. When we watch those videos of Kendra talking about how black women fighting to be black men, how they don't want solutions, just want to argue. The picture on Ubuntu I actually got from Bonita's Facebook. and even posted on my Facebook where it breaks it down. I have displayed on my wall several times. I don't gotta look at new definitions. I don't got to, like, real talk. My Facebook is me pleading my case to this broad. Me trying to show I'm trying to make amends for old sins and show repentance and not repeat them. But she watched my videos. Like, I haven't fully addressed that shit. But she ain't saying the facts. She's saying what she wants to see to stay mad and angry and overly in them toxic emotions. There's no pulling her out of that. Every man that's done tried, she done got rid of. Man, it took him 10 years of trying, or 15 or 20 years of trying before they finally say she just don't want to have her head right. Now she got a new older guy. She got a senior citizen now, a whole white beard. She want to get up in my face like I don't know. She be having temper tantrums in that man's house, threatening to damage his shit if she don't get her way. But she gon' I know she's doing it because I know her behavior pattern. I don't even got to ask the dude. I don't even got to subpoena the dude. I ain't even got to put the dude on spot. Shit. I know from how she threatened to break my shit, hit the power box. And I was thinking about making YouTube in 98. Doing my own personal YouTube in 98. Couldn't have a computer in my mama's house. She didn't explain the reason why. She didn't show you the reason why. If that didn't benefit her, I won't pull to do it. I'm supposed to only do what make her happy. I ain't supposed to look for happiness on my own. See why when it comes to bossy women, overbearing, it's a turn off. I could try and warn y'all nicely and gently. I'm gonna let y'all see her do her shit. And y'all understand, if you come in like that, don't come at me. Just don't even bother. If you gotta be that type of overbearing, bossy and controlling and manipulative, don't start with this sweet shit just to get me into a contract, a legal binding contract to behave like that. I'm not falling for it. I know all the red flags, point blank. Point blank. I have emotions. My love for her, my care for her is the reason why I am calm and not showing her angry emotions. That's the reason why I'm not being vindictive. It's the reason why I'm not being wrathful, or anything when she keep reminding me of offenses and trespasses I've forgiven her for. It's out of my love. It's from my patience. It's how I protect her from my toxic emotions. Yes, I'm emotional. I'm not showing her emotions she wants out of me. But the emotions, the good qualities, Ubuntu, I am who I am because of who we are. She wants to be like that, so I have to be like this to protect her. Because if I got like her, when we both be locked up, hospitalized, getting ready to go to crematory next, we get our own little car holders to sit in the garage. I could go ape shit, but I know I'm intentionally getting up here, being transparent, and showing people how I really deal with shit. I could go against the tat on my arm that do not do what's already done, the reminder not to repeat mistakes I already done, all that shit she yelling at me, this ink tell me not to do it again. She said I used to do that, so I can't do it no more. Can't do that no more. That's why it's in the skin. That is why it's in the skin. The dead language on my arm is keep me from being a dead man. Shouldn't be marring the temple. Sometimes we need graffiti shit up there to remind us not to fuck it all the way up. It's like a warning sign. Danger. Like, come on, y'all. Come on. And I ain't gotta tell you how bad it was growing up under that. You can see when I'm not living under it how well I be, how peaceful I be, how productive I be. Shit. There ain't just bad videos of me and Bonita up there. There's good ones too. Where we forgave and moved on and progressed. And you see some real character development in those videos. Like, really, run back, check them out. Check them out. Don't just go pulling out the ones with us fussing. Pull out the ones with us playing. Yeah. There's ups, there's downs. But relationships cannot continue without forgiveness, compassion, compromise. I'm already doing the morning show. But I'm glad I had that alarm. Because I can get back to my regularly scheduled program, get back to my original aim of keeping my mind on better things and not just past trauma and drama. Point blank. It's the morning show. Yeah. Let me go ahead and close the pre-morning show first. Bye.